All right, it's Monday. Oh, I gotta change my date. Was it the 19th of August? Gotta change my date. And I'm actually vlogging in the morning for once. What I say it was 19th. Just thought I'd do a little check-in this morning. So I have morning work out on the desk. This is what we use. It's TPT. Was it teaching with a mountain view? I have so many different things. I don't always remember where they come from, but this is what we're using for morning work right now. So each day of the week, main idea Monday, cause effect Tuesday, inference Wednesday, context clues Thursday, sequencing Friday, and then a bonus box. So we do switch through some of them, but we like it. So that's what our morning work is. Just like that, it's almost end of recess already. Let's take this off. Today's been interesting. I do have one that's pushing the limits a little bit, but we'll work on it. We're starting to we did some Kagan stuff today, which is like a lot of engagement, partner work, group work type strategies. So I introduced I introduced that a little bit more today, and it was a little rocky, but they'll get used to it. It's just one of those things that the more they do it, the better they'll get at it. So, so yeah, we just did a discussion with our essential question. We did vocabulary. We did a thinking map for cooperation. And now we're going to come back. We're going to do some handwriting practice, which I got to find what I did with that. I don't remember where I put that. I think I know where it's at. Anyway, we're going to do some handwriting practice. And we're going to talk about complete sentences, which will be fun. Because I have like a sentence song that I do with them. And then there's a sentence buddy, but I don't really I don't usually do that with my third graders. I've only done it once or twice with third graders. But I didn't have enough forethought, I guess, to do that. But I have a song, I have a slide PowerPoint that I'm going to use with it, and yeah. So that's what we're going to do, and it'll take us all the way till lunch. And then after lunch, we're going to do some math stuff. So, I got to pull my read aloud out at some point. And then we're going to do some vocabulary, a lot of vocabulary today. Literally everything is vocabulary. Vocabulary this morning. Math, we're going to do vocabulary for, we're going to do vocabulary because we didn't get to it for place value, and then we're doing writing numbers now, so I need to do those 3 words. And then I'm starting a word of the week for this year, so I want to get them going on that, which is another vocab thing. So, and then testing, which our Dibble system is back up and running. So we do testing, sight words, get them on reflex, finish off the day. So let's see how it works. And now it's lunchtime. So usually during lunch I eat, and then I usually go and hang out with my team for a little bit. I like to eat, I prefer to eat alone, and that gives me a little bit of time to decompress from the morning if needed, and then warm up my food and stuff. And then like I said, once I'm done, I usually go over to my teammates and just kind of, hang out with them for a little bit because the rest of the team meets together, and I just need a little bit of time just to gather my thoughts and stuff. However, today I feel like I have quite a few things I need to work on. I need to catch up on. I have to input because there was some things. Sorry, there was some things on Friday I was supposed to do. Like this weekend, I did not do a lot of the stuff that I was going to. Like I didn't cut my task cards. I might actually, my wife might be able to help me with that. So those are at home. They'll get done eventually. I'm like sweating right now, and I don't know why. I don't know. It happens. This is me all day. Anyway, so I didn't do the task cards. I didn't grade my spelling assessment like I was supposed to, or input it or whatever. So I'm gonna probably work on that because I need that done before tomorrow. And today is gym day, which, fun fact, I was talking about things I didn't do on Friday. I didn't do the gym, but I did go on Saturday instead, so it worked out. Anyway, but today's gym day, so I want to make sure so I'm thinking I want to stop vlogging here in just a minute. I want to input my spelling assessments in, I think, today. So I want to try and utilize my lunches a little bit more for stuff like that. So that way, especially right now when I'm like already feel like I'm getting inundated and overwhelmed a little bit with stuff, just because we have so many beginning of the year assessments and we have to grade them. And then now I have some paperwork I gotta do for one of my students already. So the life of a teacher just never ends, guys. But on the upside, my lesson planning for this week should get a little bit better. But I do have I have 2 days that I have 2 days of subs, or like partial day subs, because I have to go to meetings. So I have to figure out how to get my kids, figure out what to do with my kids. One of them is for Friday afternoons. That one should be a little bit easier since we'll be doing like fun Friday type things. But the other one is in the morning. That one's only an hour, but I think I got that kind of figured out. So we're working on it. We'll get there. Life of a teacher, guys. Always got to think on your toes. So, but like I said, now things are starting to, we're starting to get to that point where things, start to fall. Things are going to start getting a little easier on the planning side in some senses, and in other senses I'm going to have to figure it out. Like math, I've mentioned math. I'm kind of figuring it. I'm restructuring math, but the ELA stuff will be a lot easier. So I'll have something to go off of, whereas math, I kind of freestyling a little bit more, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does. I'm not really freestyling. Like, I have a structure. It's just not, like, the ELA is still tied to the curriculum a little bit more than math is. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, I gotta go because, like, I'm wasting time. See you later. All right, guys. Officially after school now. I have to say, I managed to vlog any chance I could at all my breaks today. So go me on the vlogging front, right? I still gotta work on looking at my camera and not my screen. So this afternoon we got through some of word of the day. Those are my table points over there. But we got through some of the word of the day. We'll have to finish that. It'll only take maybe about 10-15 minutes tomorrow. So that went actually relatively well. So today I passed out a lot of their materials today, getting them started on a lot of stuff. So that's good. And I know I'm thinking I'm going to probably pass out some of our hardcover curriculum books, or some of our curriculum books to them. Maybe our math book, since we're getting into math. But I don't know. Like I said, like I kind of mentioned, we're like the curriculum's more. It's a supplemental thing, so we're supplementing a lot, just because we want to, because we think it'll be better. What I am gonna do is I'm going to put this away because one of my students, I have a couple students already not gonna have whiteboard markers or erasers because they aren't responsible and they left their stuff all over the place, and I don't know whose it is, so it's on them. Anyway, so it's about 4:50 p.m. right now. So so I am getting ready to head out because I don't know if I mentioned. Anyway, it's gym day today, so I want to I want to leave here by 5 so I can get home and get ready and have like a snack or something before heading out. So I thought I'd check in real quick. I got my ESI, my spelling. I got my spelling assessment inputted. That took me literally an hour and probably hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, somewhere around there, to input it. I had done like 2 or 3. I think I had done like 2.5 or 3.5 because I started working on one and I didn't get to finish it, so I had to finish that up. But the bottom line is, it took me a long time to put those in, but it's a necessary evil. So, I just needed it done for tomorrow. So, it is what it is. I did not get my lesson plans done yet, but like I mentioned earlier, my lesson planning should be a little bit easier moving forward since we're starting to get into some of our stuff. So, when I get home, I'll just finish up whatever lesson plans I need to do, and then go from there. And I guess I'll check in with you tomorrow because I'm not really gonna vlog anymore today. Bye. That's my printer. Because once again, it's 9 o'clock at night, after night, 9:17. And I am making copies at home because I didn't finish my lesson plans before I left my class. And I couldn't make copies because otherwise I'll be running around like a crazy man trying to get these done tomorrow, and I don't want to deal with that. It's been a crazy day, guys. Go, go, go all day. I did get my bend set up. I'll have to show you tomorrow. But I just wanted to check in. Yay, prepping. Alright, it's Wednesday now, and I thought I'd show you real quick my bends I was telling you about because the kids are about to come in, so I don't have time too much. So here are my bends. Okay, I just have them numbered, and then I have 16 here, and I have 10 over there. That's gonna work out the best, I think. And yeah, I just wanted to show you that real quick. So it's recess now, and so this morning I had an IEP meeting for one of the special ed kids because I am the general education teacher that has to go in for third grade for those meetings. So I had to go do that this morning, and it was scheduled for an hour. Only took about half an hour, so that means I basically got a half an hour to kind of start planning a little bit. So I got some ideas jotted down for my rounding because I'm going into rounding starting tomorrow. I wanted to do it today, but because of that meeting this morning, I wanted to. I didn't want to. I ended up just being an extra review day of place value and working on writing numbers and stuff. So that's what we're kind of doing. We're kind of doing a little bit of both on that. So we're just going to continue that the rest of the day, pretty much. Wrapping up that, and then moving in, and then wrapping up the writing numbers section of my unit, and then the next section is all about rounding, which I want to spend some time on. So I have a rounding lesson I enjoy doing, so I'm going to so I just need to make sure I get that set up for tomorrow. So I just gotta figure that one out, but I'll work on that. But yeah, I also started looking at ELA for next week. I got my grammar assessments printed out. Not the copies made yet, but I got the assessments printed out at least. And I started kind of looking at, I have the materials, I just gotta plug them in my lesson plans when that time comes. I just didn't have my external drive with me, so I didn't have time to do official like lesson plans or whatever. So as far as that goes, that's how my morning's been. Sitting in a meeting is more exhausting than teaching, because me and sitting still, first off, half the time I can't sit still. I can usually get maybe an hour, and then after that I am very antsy, but there are some times where I can't even get through an hour. Depends on the time of day. Mornings are better for me. But and it's just like, for me, it's just I'm sitting there going through obviously I'm giving my input or whatever I need, but it's just is. So I'd rather be up here. I'd rather be interacting with my kids and being go than my day goes by fast, and I'd rather have a fast-paced day than a slow-paced day. And I think that's what the big thing is with the meetings, is that when there is a meeting, it's a little bit slower pace. So I don't know. I'm just rambling. I'll check in later. Well, I checked in this morning. I showed you my bends. But yeah, we haven't really done a whole lot of anything. Another thing, maintenance came to fix my air today, but it was fixed already. So there's that. That was funny. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what's going on. He's like, it must have fixed itself. I'm like, uh-huh. I don't know. All I know is it wasn't working for 2.5 days, and then it was working. So that's all I know. I want to look at these. Oh, I said they can highlight it or underline or shade or whatever. All right. I wasn't clear, I guess, on what I was looking for. Should have had them just highlight. Sorry, I'm looking at this paper. I'm like, why is some of these numbers highlighted and some not? But it's because it says shade, so whatever. It works. Whatever works. It doesn't bother me that much. I think I said they can use their highlighter or a pencil. I don't know. It worked out. Doesn't matter that much. As long as they have the answer identified, it doesn't matter how they did it. So I got these, and I think I might, so this is just my papers from when the sub was here. So I might go through and give some like dojo points or something for finishing the work. Because this was just review stuff. All right, so it's end of the day now. This is water, not coffee. I wish it was coffee. Because my water bottle broke. Anyways, it's about 3:15 right now, 3:16, whatever. And I'm sitting here thinking I'm thinking I'm like, I have stuff that I could do. I did just grade my exit ticket that I did today for math. I'm looking around. I do have my writing that I want to put on the writing board. I do have some stuff to grade, but I'm ready to go home. I think I'm just going to go home today, and I'm not even going to feel bad about it because I've stayed late like every day, and so it'll be nice just to be able to go home. And quite frankly, the stuff that doesn't get done, I mean, I'll just do it. I'll put it off. I'm just gonna put it off till tomorrow. I do have lesson planning to do, but that I'm okay with doing that. I'm okay with doing that tomorrow. Not tomorrow. When I get home. But other than that, I'm done for today. I think I'm just gonna go home. I didn't do a workout yesterday, so today I need to do some sort of workout. So I don't know if I'm gonna go to the gym or if I'm gonna do like a lifting session at home, or if I'll just do a run. I haven't decided all that yet. What I do know is that's probably gonna be later either way because it's hot. But I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna close out today because your boy needs a little bit of a break, and your boy deserves it. Bye. Alrighty, I don't think I vlogged this morning. I think I vlogged yesterday. I don't think I vlogged this morning. But hi, taking this off a minute. It's Thursday today. It's what? 3:35. That's cool. So it was early out today, but then I had a leadership meeting after school. So here we are. So I got out of that, and I've just been I don't know what I've been doing. I haven't been doing a whole lot of anything. Just kind of contemplating life decisions, I guess. It's weird. I know what I did do. I had to fill out a little recommendation for student leadership for one of my kids. I didn't take that to the office. But for some reason, I feel like my I just feel like it's 3:35, and I haven't done anything. I haven't done much to show for my time, but it is what it is. I did sit down and send a text out to my team with all the updates from leadership. So there was that too, I suppose. So I don't know. But yeah, other than that, I haven't done much. So that's interesting. But whatever. I wanted to show you this real quick. So I spent most of my day actually doing this. Text reconstruction. So it's a whole system, and basically they don't get to see the text, but like I basically, what I do is I give them a piece of blank computer paper and I model it using my chart paper here, and then they set it up with their name, their number, the date, their partner's name, and then they fold it in half like this, set up, you know, put a line here, put my notes, my partner's notes, and put the title. And then I read the passage once, which this is just straight from our language arts Start Smart curriculum, straight from our language arts curriculum. So I just used that. It's a nonfiction text, so I figured this would be a good way to kind of break it down a little bit. So that was the first reading. And then after the first reading, I went over the key vocabulary, and they just basically, we talked about this as a class, and those are supposed to be meerkats. I know I'm an artist, don't be jealous. But they come up with their, but I gave them 3 words to go off of. They copy that down, and then I read it a second time once we go over the key vocabulary. And then the third time, they are supposed to fill in the My Notes section, and as I read, they take down as many notes as possible because they're going to end up writing, but this is as many notes as possible. After they're done with the third reading, then they buddy up with their partner and copy anything their partner has that they don't have over here. They have to write here. Today we just did this as a class because it's their first time and everything, so I kind of gave them a little bit of, so we came up with all those as a class. There's probably way more that we could have done, but that was good enough. And then on the back side of the paper, it's blank, but with their partners, they come up with a paragraph. Based on their notes, there's a reader and then there's a writer. So the reader reads off all the notes and tells the writer what to write, and then they come up with a paragraph, and then I picked like 4 students to share out their paragraphs. So pretty cool. And this is a really good, I actually used this when I taught ELD. I used this, but this is good across the board, not just for ELD. So just wanted to share that. All right, and I'm back in my, not back, well, I guess back. No, actually, I don't think I've had car time this week yet. I'm in my car now because I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit like paranoid that the custodian was gonna come in my room and catch me vlogging in my classroom, which is embarrassing. But anyway, I said everything I had to say pretty much. I just wanted to just say, going back to text reconstruction, I was very pleasantly surprised with how well my kids did with it, considering it was the first time. This is a strategy that EL leads, so the ELD teachers have learned over the last few years. I don't know how much it's utilized across the board. It is something I utilized a lot when I taught ELD. But I know some teachers don't do it, or they do a little different variation of it. But I also know that teachers do it in their, because even though it was taught through ELD, through the ELD leads, text reconstruction is a strategy to be used across the board. And we actually, I know our team got text reconstruction kind of training, or at least the Cliff Notes version. Everyone got it. So we all know what text reconstruction is. We all know how to do it. And so it's something that is a good instructional practice to utilize, even if it's not ELD. And it helps reach those the EL learners. If you don't know, ELD is English Language Development. EL is English Learners. So just so you know. But basically, I wanted to, because I did really well with it in ELD. I was pretty good about using it consistently, but it's something I wanted to make sure I implement more in my class, my whole class, which I don't I don't know that I'm apart from maybe once or twice, I don't know that I've ever really gotten into it with my whole class. So today was, starting it, second full week of school, and so I'm just hoping. So I think it's something that I want to make sure make it more of an active. I want to actively make sure I incorporate it, specifically with like nonfiction texts. So I want to. So, and the way we structured our ELA units this year, I'm hoping that will work out. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's now 3:47. I'm in my car, so I'm heading out. I'm not staying late again. I have stuff to do, but I'm not dealing with it right now. A lot of times meetings just take it out of me, so hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to stay later, even though I do have a meeting at the end of the day, the second half of the day. I'm hoping that it doesn't just like suck my mental capacity away. But I gotta go home. I still got a lesson planned for tomorrow, and I gotta come up with because I have a sub, like I said, for the afternoon tomorrow, because I'll be in my meeting all day. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do, what I'm going to have the sub do. Luckily the sub, she's a retired teacher she used to teach third grade. When I first started at this school. She transferred into this school and taught third grade for 2 or 3 years with me. So she knows the third grade. She knows third grade. She knows kind of how to do it. And I have a decent group. And she was here for another teacher today, and that teacher pushes into my room for a half an hour. So luckily my sub for tomorrow was able to kind of get a feel for the kids and stuff. So she knows, she worked with some of these kids last year, so she knows certain ones. So she's like I said, she's pretty, and she's really good about, she's really receptive to how, like, or she's in tune to, like, if she's perceptive, I guess, to like student needs. So she's pretty good. Like I said, she's a retired teacher. She's taught third grade before, so I have full confidence in her. So I just gotta figure out what I want to have her do. It is a Friday afternoon tomorrow, so it should be a relatively easy job for her tomorrow. But I know a lot of my Fun Friday stuff that I usually would do on a Friday, she can't really do because she's a sub, because it would be just too much chaos for her. Although I don't know, it might be too much for her. So we'll figure it out. I know we're gonna end the day with a recess, so there's that. And I know they're gonna be on reflex probably, but other than that, I'm not sure. And tomorrow's a PE day too, so gosh, I'm really only gonna see my kids. Let's see, they come in, so they start coming in around, I open my door at 7:45, so between 7:45 and 8:15 they're usually wandering in, and I get going on the actual stuff around 8:15, and then 10 o'clock, and then 10 o'clock's, 10:05 is when recess is, then that's until 10:20, and then after recess, they have, by the time we come in, it's maybe about 10-15 minutes before I'm getting them ready to go to PE until lunchtime. And then I just go, and after PE I go pick them up from lunch. No, pick them up for lunch, because there's this weird like 5-minute gap. So I pick it up, so I just go get them, take them to lunch real quick, and then by the time I get back, I'll have like 20 minutes before my sub will show up, and then my meeting sometime in the afternoon. So fun stuff. So I won't be seeing my kids too much tomorrow, so I have to figure out, I have to really make that morning block count. So I did say I want to do I think I mentioned yesterday I was going to do like an island hop thing with them today. I didn't end up doing that because I decided to do text reconstruction, and that took all day, which shouldn't take, so so they did it. It took them a while, but they also did other stuff too. It wasn't just a text reconstruction, but it took them a little longer today than it will once they get the groove of it, because it's something new. But as they get used to it, I'll be able to tighten it up a little bit, and they'll do better. But yeah, I want to see if I can do the island hop tomorrow with the kids. So I just got to figure out how I want to do that. And yeah. If I don't do it tomorrow, then I'll have to do it Monday. So I just have to figure out. If I do it tomorrow, it'll be done in the morning. So I just have to figure all that out. So I have to see I did a lot of ELA today, so I might do more of a math focus tomorrow. That's not ideally the way I want any of my days structured. It's just the way it happened today, and the way it's probably going to happen tomorrow. Because today was early out, so that's part of the reason why it would happen that way. And then tomorrow, because of the sub, it'll be a little funky too. But it'll all work out. I'm going to go now. See you tomorrow. And we're done with the week. Today was a crazy day in the afternoon. So earlier we did a rounding activity this morning, which was like it was the island hop. I did take a little clip so you have an idea. So I'll show you whatever I can use of that, because confidentiality. So anything that I can use, I'll put in here right now. And so we did that, which took up pretty much the morning until recess, which was good. It worked out well. I had them either go outside to do the islands, or I had another visual I had up on my TV that they could use. I let them use either one, and there was like a little question sheet to go with it. It's through Georgia Math, so you can look that up if you want, because I don't have the link readily available right now. Okay, they drove away. Sorry, I was so distracted by the custodian cart. Anyway, but basically, each island was like a group of 10, so it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and then it was like 10 steps between each of them. So it's like, okay, if you're on a ship and then there was a storm and you're at 17, do you want to go back to 10 or up to 20? Where would you be closer to? So it's up to 20. And then, like I said, there was a little scavenger hunt. It's like, I can, this number can be rounded to 40. What number could it be? Could it be any other numbers? Explain why. Which they needed a little bit of guidance with that. But it was the first day of rounding. And I'll be honest, I probably didn't set it up, I probably should have given them a little bit more of a foundation before I jumped into this activity. So for next year, I'll make sure I restructure a little bit. Things just got a little wonky with my rounding and with math a little bit. Things got a little wonky with my air going out last week. Yeah, with my air going out last week, and then I've had 2 subs in my room this week. because I've had to go to meetings, so it's kind of thrown me off a little bit. And anything that's outside of my routine throws me off to begin with, so whatever. It worked out. I think considering it was the first day of rounding and stuff, I think it went okay. Next week, I think I'm going to do their rounding exit. Well, I know I got to do some more rounding with them. Couple days, and then do their exit ticket. And I have 2 more exit tickets I have to do. So next week's gonna be interesting. That's all I gotta say. And then we have some stuff we gotta do for common assessments and stuff. Today was, so we did that this morning. Then they went to recess. Then they came back, and I basically went over sub work because I had a sub this afternoon. Then they went to recess. Nope, they went to PE, and then I got busy with stuff during PE. There's just some stuff some stuff came up and had to be handled, and then I had my meeting, and then I actually got caught up talking with one of my teammates because pretty much half my team was gone. So actually, well, this afternoon it was down to 1 out of the 4 teachers here this afternoon, and so I wanted to check in with him, see how everything went. So, and now I'm back in my classroom finally, and I'm trying to figure out what I need to do for Monday. So I need to create a to-do list because I feel like I'm already forgetting things. So that's where I am. I'm gonna create a to-do list and try and work on some stuff. It's 4:15 right now, so I want to leave by 5 at the latest. Hopefully sooner, but by 5 at the latest, because I do got to get stuff done, especially since I didn't really get a chance to do anything yesterday or Wednesday because I left earlier, which is fine. I just got stuff I got to do. So I got to make a list, because then once I have a list, then I can start checking things off my list. So there's that. Bye. All right, guys, it is now 5:13 p.m. I said I wanted to be gone by 5. Here we are. I do need to leave because I don't want to be here too much later, because after school program ends at 6 and I like to be gone before after school program leaves. So I'm going to be heading out here. But it's just one of those things to kind of get on a roll, and here we are. I do have things I need to still do, as far as like I need to put writing up on my board. I need to grade assessments still, and I have paperwork to fill out for my student, but that stuff can wait till Monday. Luckily, the paperwork that I have to fill out, it's not super urgent. I just need to get it done sooner rather than later, but it's not something that needs to be done today, so I'm able to push that off till Monday. I feel like I'm actually in a really good place right now, planning wise. I just gotta figure out, I just gotta sit down and kind of write down everything in my plans, but I've got a pretty good idea of what I'm doing for Monday. Let me show you I've just kind of scribbled down my ideas for what I need to do on Monday, and then for a couple other days as well. I have a good idea of what I'm doing for grammar. I have a good idea of what I'm doing for, I know what my vocab is going to be for Monday, I think. Or at least this time. I might change it for the next story that we do, but for this time I have it pretty set. And then I got to double check my notes and see what else I want to utilize for vocab, if I want to stretch that out a little bit. Grammar I got figured out for the week, so that's good. I just got to write everything down in my plans, which I think that's making me cautiously optimistic that I'm going to be able to get my plans plugged in. But other than that, it's time to go. Bye.
All right, guys. So, realized earlier I did not actually close out this week's video. So, I just wanted to do that real quick. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell, whatever. Drop a comment down below if you want. I'll see you next week. I think these are going to be like a weekly thing. I'm trying to film them every week, and then I'm catching up on posting. So stay tuned.